How's it going, everyone? Back out again tonight, surprise surprise. And this time is cold. It's about 39 degrees now, which is like 3 degrees Celsius, and it is supposed to be in the 20s tonight, which is in the minuses, -1, -2, something in that region. So do you know what I thought? I thought I'll come out with hardly any stuff. Let me show you. Ta-da! So on my last video I went as ultralight as possible to go far back on the trail, and then when I got there I put all my stuff down and went off trail with no stuff at the point where I was most likely to get lost. So I thought to myself, well, I had my belt knife and my fire steel. So what I did was I thought to myself, what could I do? What could I bring that would be lightweight, easy to move through the woods with, fairly quiet, and would still keep me warm at night even when it got cold, in case I got lost. And inside here is what I came up with. This is a little $10 backpack rucksack from Walmart, and before anyone asks or is wondering, yes, I am British and I live in America, and Walmart is my jam. Okay, you can get some like this, for example, $10. Can't beat it. It's just a little 10-litre backpack. I don't care, I like it. So let's see what's inside. First item out of the bag is my cook pot, little toke 750. Why? Well, for water, boiling water, and I also feel like if I'm lost, or if I were lost in the cold, having a warm drink inside me, even if it was just water, would probably be a little comforting. So that's item 1. Item 2, just a little light for filming, really. Doesn't count. Item 3, some gloves. I go with leather, so I can pick up my cook pot, and they'll do to keep my hands warm. Next item, little fold out saw. I got this one from Lowe's, which is a garden center hardware department store thing. Corona, this was like $20. I've had this for ages. I just don't bring it because I have the fold out Sven saw, which is better, but it fit in the $10 backpack. So that is the next item. And then we have Arcturus outdoor gear, emergency survival tarp blanket, and we actually have 2 of them. Again, these were like $20 each off Amazon, $40, and they fit perfectly in there. I had one of these before and I never actually used it. In the end I ended up cutting it up and putting it in the dog's bed in the winter to keep it warm. So yeah, I ended up having to buy 2 more for this, but we'll see. Windproof, waterproof, reflects heat, should be good. And obviously, what else do we have? Well, those are just thermal underwear, because my legs will get cold, I'm assuming. I won't throw those on the ground because they'll get wet. Wet wipes, because, you know, poo and that. And a foil blanket. This is, again, surprise surprise, off Amazon. I just buy these in like multi-packs, they're fairly cheap. Keep one in my truck, tend to keep one in my camping stuff, put one in my wife's car, because it gets cold in the winter and you never know what might happen with all the snow. So, emergency blanket. And that's it. That's all I got inside my little Walmart's $10 backpack. So I found a spot. The trees are an absolute acre apart, But oh, that was the other thing. Duh! Paracord. You know, just a bunch of rolls of paracord. I got one that's got pre-tied pressing knots on it to make it quicker. You could tie toggles to it. I've got the pressing knots already tied on there, so paracord. Probably shouldn't do that because it's green, but yeah, next step is to set up these tarps. I know I'm going to need to get something to put under me. What's annoying is right where the two trees are that I want to set up to is a rock, of course, so maybe I don't. Oh no, wait a minute, there's two rocks. Anyway, but I can't mess around anymore. I'm gonna need a fire, gonna need to get lots of wood, and I've also got the worst sinus headache in the world right now, which makes it even more enjoyable. But enough about my current state of misery. Let's get into the impending 12 hours of misery I'm about to go through. First things first, tie off my line, do the old Joe Robinette special, 2 on the outside, 1 on the inside. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. Pull tie. It's a big old tree. A big old tree. Boom. The nice thing about these things, they come in this little pouch, which once you take it out, is reflective on the inside. It's made of the same material, so you could make a mitten out of it. Sorry, you could make a mitten out of it, or what I intend to do is put some debris in it, use it as a pillow, using the old noodle. I'm trying to find a spot to lay down where I can mostly avoid the rock, which I think is from here. Right, to wherever I am. 6 foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's about right. Ooh, shiny. Now, methinks I'm gonna have to lower this line. That's come undone. Get you tied back up. Ah, I've lost my tape. Wow, smaller than I expected. Right, make sure that's tight. Stick it through the little eyelet. Stick the loop through the little eyelet. Pull it. My little toggle through there. Pull it tight. Nice. You know, I'm starting to remember why I cut it up and put it in a dog's bed. Because the one time I brought it out in the middle of winter, and I took my stepson and his friend out for the day, and it was like -7 degrees, and I thought we'd set up this nice reflective tarp and sit by the fire, and it ended up being this big. For example, my plan is to do it like this, like an envelope. Alright, I'm 6 foot tall. There's not a lot in it, is there? I'm definitely gonna need to get some browse to put under this. It's already cold. Oh, I have to lower this as well. Let's go. Right, well, I adjusted it. Got it all pegged down. And it is actually going to be very cold. I already can tell. The annoying thing is the way I've got it set up so I can lie down, the wind is blowing in, so I'm gonna have to put a fire out front. I'm gonna have to collect some boughs to put underneath me to try and block some of the cold from the ground. So that's what I'm gonna do next. Let's go. Don't know if the camera will even pick that up. I've been trying to pile the dead leaves in there before I put the browse in to try and give me some extra ground clearance. Ground clearance. So we'll see if it works. I'm not sure yet. I'm already cold enough just doing that, but I need my jacket on. So I think the main thing is going to be a fire, but I'm going to collect some boughs or browse or whatever it is. I'm only going to take a couple little bits off each tree, that way I don't take too many off one tree, and it should be alright. It should grow back and it shouldn't damage the tree in any way. Definitely warmer. definitely thicker. My main concern now though is firewood. I need a fire. I need a good fire. I need a lot of wood. Because even if it's too cold to sleep, at least I can sit by the fire and stay warm. So that's what I'm going to do next, is just get as much wood as possible. Well, this is alright, this isn't bad. There's also a bunch of rocks around, so I think I'm going to collect them to try and make a wind block, something to reflect the heat back. As you can see, I didn't spend too much time talking to the camera, just been busy collecting up as much wood as possible. I mean, it's already starting to get dark now. Not long until the sun sets, there's probably maybe an hour till it goes behind that hill. So I've got a lot of wood. I don't know if I've got enough wood, but we'll see. I'm getting thirsty, so I'm going to boil up some water real quick in order to do that. We've got, sorry I'm bending over, but the only way to get myself in frame, some of the birch bark I collected earlier. Take one of these. Take my fire steel, my knife. Pop, smoke. So as you can probably see behind me, right there, got a pile of wood. I got a few odds and ends off to the side here. I've also got a smaller pile. Oh, and I put my water to one side to cool and knocked it over, so I'll have to wait until I start the fire again to make some more water. So, I mean, so yeah, I guess for right now I'm just gonna twiddle my thumbs and wait. See you in a little bit. Right, I don't know if you can see me. It's starting to get cold now, so I'm gonna light the fire and chill out. See how it goes. Wish me luck. Right guys, fire's going. We've got my little foil blanket out. I can honestly tell you that these things aren't doing anything. In fact, the one underneath me doesn't feel like it's reflecting anything at all. It just feels cold. I mean, it feels colder than if I would lie on the ground, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. Keep saying that, we'll see what happens, but anyway. I'm a bit bored, not doing anything, watching the fire, so I'm gonna try and get some sleep. And I'll check back with you. Well, I fell asleep for a little bit. The fire went out. It's cold. It's not. This isn't warm. Put some more logs on the fire. I'm gonna try and get warm, and then I don't know. See what happens, I guess. Again. Oh.